I remember going back home and my mother beat the crap out of me because she was like, you do not do that.
I am Siu Lim. I'm a Pilates instructor of 4 years. I am Chinese American Muslim. Born and raised in the States, I grew up in San Francisco, California, and I moved to Malaysia about 15 years ago. I am here now because I have my kids growing up here, love it here. It's home to me. On TikTok, well, I think I just started it for fun.
For Women's Day, it actually should be every day. And I actually also don't believe that it should only be Women's Day. There should be also Men's Day. I grew up in an Asian family. I mean, we all know, if you're Asian, you know that speaking up, having an opinion, especially as a girl, is just a big no. I remember sitting at a table and when I was younger, and it was all the aunties and uncles there, and they were saying things that were just, something that, they were saying things, they were kind of talking bad about others, and I kind of felt like, even as a little kid, I think I was like in my preteens, I just felt a bit irked about it because they spoke as if like it was okay to speak about that, and they said some really nasty things. I started asking questions like, why would you say things like that, and and just I just remember being a very curious child and asking questions like, why would you say that? And I wasn't trying to debate with them, I was just trying to understand the situation. I remember going back home and my mother beat the crap out of me because she was like, you do not do that. You do not go to the table at a dinner table and say anything. You're not allowed to do things like that. I remember just thinking at that point I was wrong. I was not, because you're taught that. You're taught like, as a little kid, you don't know what's wrong or what's right. You just know that the minute your mom beats you up, you just listen. And that's what happened was at that point, I remember at that point in time that I was no longer to speak up about anything. Again, as a 10-year-old, you're not aware about things like this. You're not aware that some man or woman should actually be touching you in certain spots or, I remember feeling really shy about speaking up. Again, I grew up in an Asian family. My parents kind of taught me the same thing where I wasn't really allowed to talk too much, to say any of my opinions. But being an American, I would say, growing up in that society, we were taught that we have to share our opinions. We were taught that we needed to speak up for ourselves. This is why awareness of sexual assault, this is why the people who experience it need to speak up. Because when they give awareness to people, they make people realize the type of situation is. Sometimes when you're in this situation, you don't know you're in this situation until maybe later. And that's exactly what happened to me. We all need a protection, internally, externally. My external protection and where I feel safe is through Pocket Angel. It's a device that makes me feel safe. It's like a security blanket. Actually, I really like that Pocket Angel was so small that my kids can actually put it on their backpacks. If they carry this around their backpacks, they feel safe. I feel safe knowing the fact that, they have something there. If anybody tries anything on them, they have Pocket Angel. Happy International Women's Day.